welcome back to One Brain Ops. I have to do intros this time, so my name is Ryan, and introducing Daniel James Brewer.
Quinceanera.
Carl David Holtz.
Buenos dias.
And Olivia. I was going to try to guess, and my guess would have been Marie.
Nope.
That's pretty common.
I mean, I heard what you said, so I know it's not right. Olivia Holtz. Okay. We're playing, two of these people are lying now because Aiden has left. Apparently he had to go home. What a loser.
Yeah.
But
I want him here anyway.
Anyway, we're still playing Two of These People Are Lying, which is based on Two of These People Are Lying by the Technical Difficulties, where we've each put a Wikipedia article on a card. Some of us are going to lie about it, and one person's going to tell the truth about what it is. If you're confused, just roll.
So are we.
Yeah, we are too. All right, I'm going first, and I have drawn... I don't know how you would say this. Deba Voice and Plimpton?
Deba Voice and Plimpton.
I don't know what that is, but I'm about to find out from one of these people. Let's start with Daniel. What is this?
It's a law firm.
Deba Voice and Plimpton. I love it. Law firm. Okay, Libby?
So, Debevoise and Plimpton is a French company which specializes in microwave meals.
Microwave meal company, okay. Okay, and Carl?
Debevoise and Plimpton are a jazz duo.
Jazz duo. Okay, gonna come back to Carl first. What instruments do they play?
Debevoise is saxophone and Plimpton is piano.
Any particular saxophone that he favors?
Tenor.
Okay.
My guy.
Okay. So that seems pretty plausible. Do you know any more about them?
They were most relevant in the 50s, which is not saying much because they were never very relevant as a jazz duo. They were based in Chicago.
We're not even in Chicago. Okay. So they were based in Chicago. They're a jazz duo. Active in the 50s. I assume they're probably dead now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Did they ever, have any commercial success? Did they release a record or anything? Or were they just...
They did. It was self-titled.
Okay.
And it was mostly just, kind of free jazz.
Okay, and did they kind of, tour around, or was it really just a local Chicago
It was just a bunch of clubs in Chicago.
Okay, so this is, again... And it's funny because last time this also came up when you tried to make up a lie about Chicago, where I'm just this is too niche for there to be a Wikipedia article.
I mean, they're towns with one sentence on them, so...
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know if there's anything too niche to have a Wikipedia article. There just has to be somebody who cares about it enough to make an article about it.
Okay. Daniel, tell me about the law firm.
So, it was started in New York in 1931 by Harvard alumni, actually. And they just handled pretty much everything.
And do you know their first names?
I don't, and I also don't know how to correctly pronounce it. I'm sure that there's a pronunciation on the Wikipedia article.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how to read the pronunciation guides?
So, okay.
I don't.
So they started a law firm. They were Harvard grads. Started it in New York, 1930s. Are they still? Is that firm still active or still around?
Yes, believe it or not, they are the ones
I don't believe it.
Who dealt with Trump's hush money case.
Oh, really? Okay.
I thought that was the Four Seasons.
The restaurant.
Yeah.
No, he's thinking of the band.
Four Seasons Orlando.
Okay, Libby, microwave meals.
Yeah. Cheap, fancy name to make it more appealing.
Yeah, throwing French names in there is going to do that.
Yeah.
Have our microwave caviar
Wait.
and escargot.
Microwave caviar. Ew.
I thought the escargot would be the bad part.
At least escargot is meant to be hot.
Yeah, Daniel's not objecting to the caviar part, it's the microwave part.
Not in my France.
Alright, so yeah, Livy, I'm striking you out because I don't believe it's microwave caviar. No, I know you didn't say that. These are actually all pretty plausible. I think I'm going to go with the law firm, though. Daniel, is it
You're
you?
correct.
All right.
It is mine. Point.
Okay. So, we each get a point. Do you have any more from the article that you want
Yes.
to read about them?
So, no, it doesn't tell you how to pronounce it. It's a global law firm based in New York City, founded in 1931 by Harvard Law School alumni. They specialize in strategic and private equity, M&A, insurance and financial services transactions, private funds, complex international arbitration. As of 2021, it wasn't the hush money case, it was the second impeachment trial of Donald Trump.
Oh, well, you know what? I wouldn't have believed you if you said the right details. I feel like you're manipulating the game.
Okay.
Well, that was the first round. It's going to be Carl's turn next after Daniel puts in a new article. All right. It's Carl's turn. Carl, go ahead.
Your word is The Crusade, 1965.
The Crusade in 1965. Okay.
All right. Livy, tell me about The Crusade.
So The Crusade was a Doctor Who episode.
God.
It starred William Hartnell, and it had the first two companions, Barbara and Ian. And basically, they end up in Palestine during the Third Crusade, and they don't end up taking a side, which is probably a great move for the BBC, because both sides end up assuming that they're spies. So they just kind of get caught up in the conflict, and they end up escaping eventually, and it's not really noteworthy, except that it was a partially lost episode.
Ryan's just glad it wasn't him.
Yeah.
Daniel, tell me about The Crusade.
So, it's actually a band piece, which isn't as far-fetched as you might think, because there are songs, at this past winter concert, the lower band played the song Moscow 1941. There's also a Kyiv 2024. And yeah, it's just a band piece.
Ryan?
It was a film.
I don't like that it's lowercase on the card, though. Not a fan of that.
He did that on purpose so he could cause chaos. Tell me more about this movie, Ryan.
Yeah, so it was about the First Crusade, the actual, history thing. But it's a fictional dramatized version of it, and it's making heroes of the people who participated in the Crusades, which is not great. The reason the article specifies 1965 is that that's the year the movie was made, and then there was a remake in 1975, 10 years later. But yeah, that's what it was.
Daniel, do you know who composed it?
I should know that, but I don't, unfortunately. I know the song was actually written in 2012, but it's obviously supposed to portray the Crusades of 1965. Something that's notable about it is that it features solos from several sections, just like a few measure solos, like it's going like back and forth, possibly to symbolize like different forces who could have been involved.
I feel like I have to go for it. Levy, is it a Doctor Who episode?
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew it. And for a second there, you had me because you said William Hartnell, and I went, no, he wouldn't have been the Doctor still in 1965. And then I went, no, it started in 1963, not 1960. It was still Hartnell.
Yeah, November 23rd, the day after Kennedy was
Right,
assassinated.
because in my head I went, it aired the same year Kennedy was assassinated, and I confused that with the year Kennedy was elected, which was 1960, and then I realized my mistake and went, yep, it's definitely her. All right,
Okay.
well, it's Libby's turn, and she doesn't need to put in a new article, so let's go.
I wish I had anything like that.
Star keys.
Star keys.
Okay. Carl.
That's a rumored item for the next Super Mario game.
Oh, okay. I'm shocked by how little you say.
The sentence was over.
He said what he needed to. Okay. Daniel?
So it's like a little mat that you put over like your keys on like a keyboard on like a laptop. A lot of my friends actually use them, like just like a cover, just so it looks nicer.
Like those silicone things?
Yes.
Huh. Silly come. There was a gunshot in the recording at one point.
That will have been louder than the high five.
Okay, Brian?
It is a chain of islands that is part of New Zealand.
Okay, Carl, please elaborate on this Mario item.
There's not a ton that's known about it right now because it is just like rumored and half leaked, but it seems to be like the next progression thing. So instead of just doing stars or moons, they're doing star keys.
Okay.
The game is kind of going back to more of a Mario 64 thing, where it's inside of a building. I don't know why. I think it's a stupid idea too, but
Hey, I love Mario 64.
oh, it's great. But it seems like a regression.
So it's not open world.
No,
Okay.
it's like a partial open world, like Legends Arceus was, or
Okay. So is there anything like is it? So the keyboard cover, is that like the technical name for it, or is that like a brand?
The brand is Star Keys, but there are other brands that are like
My brand.
there are different brands.
Okay.
These specifically are on the cheaper end. They're about $4.50 each.
no, write down the price.
$4.50?
Yes.
Okay.
$4,500.
I mean, I wasn't sure
No,
of your
£4.
situation.
For
Yes,
the
so-
UK.
For Canadian dollars.
$4.50
Okay.
for one, and they're very popular in my high school because a lot of my friends use them.
But you're not popular.
Whoa.
You sure?
You're wearing a Val Raven shirt.
I think only the dorks use them.
Honestly,
Oh
it's
my
only
God.
girls who use them.
Okay, wow. New Zealand islands, anything?
Right, so it's 5 islands that I believe are to the east of New Zealand. It's not north or south. It's either east or west, and now I can't remember. But it's like off of east or west of the South Island of New Zealand, which is like the big island where the human population of New Zealand is.
Right.
And it's 5 islands in a chain. They're referred to as the Star Keys. So kind of like, the island off of the end of Florida is the Florida Keys.
Yeah.
That's more.
Although they're not off the they're not off the land of stars, so.
And the home of the brave. And the home of the brave.
New Zealand, by the way, consists of shitload of islands.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of them. This is 5 of them.
I mean, I don't know every brand of silicone keyboard covers, so it's entirely possible. I don't think there have been any recent Mario leaks.
That you know of.
Yeah. Okay. Is it the New Zealand Islands?
Yes, it is.
Sweet.
Yep. The Star Keys are a group of 5 rocky islets in the Chatham Archipelago, which is funny because the street...
It's pronounced Chatham?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chatham.
About 12 kilometers or 7 miles east of Pitt Island. The archipelago is part of New Zealand, whose South Island lies 800 kilometers, 497 miles to the west. So they are east of the South Island of New Zealand. The largest of the Star Keys is Round Islet.
And what's that one shaped? How's that one shaped?
Square.
Yeah.
It's triangle.
Yeah. The strongest shape.
Hexagon.
Hexagon is the bestagon. It's not the strongest shape.
Dodecahedron.
Okay, can I have the label?
Why?
Mm.
Oh yeah, you have to put
Yeah,
one
because
in
there's
too.
only 2 cards left.
Yeah. Sorry, we're going to get new articles and then we'll continue.
I'm ready to put 2 of these into one episode.
Oh no.
Carl, stop fondling my feet.
Alright, we've got articles in. It's Daniel's turn.
Today we will be talking about... Not that one, that one's mine.
So you put it back into your shuffle.
Today we'll be talking about... Skytrain Ice Rise.
Okay.
Skytrain Ice Rise.
Skytrain Ice Rise.
Alright. Let's go ahead and start with Ryan. What is this?
Okay, so Skytrain Ice Rise is an ice rise in Antarctica. An ice rise is like an elevated sort of formation of ice, like kind of a hill or plateau or something.
So what it sounds like.
Yeah. And this is the Skytrain Ice Rise. It's a specific named ice rise.
Okay. Carl?
Skytrain Ice Rise is a Mario Kart level. Yeah, I kind of figured.
I've now played every single Mario Kart game,
Oh, there you go.
unfortunately for you.
So I should have said it like last time.
Yeah, I hadn't played the first game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Libby?
So Skytrain Ice Rise is an attraction in Tokyo. Basically, it's this like indoor snowboard park where you can do like a bunch of different winter sports. And yeah, it's just cool opportunity for year-round visitors.
So is it just winter sports then in there?
Yeah, it's like specialized to like snow. and
It's one of those
stuff.
indoor skiing hills.
Yeah,
So
but
okay.
it's like massive.
Okay. Ryan, do you have any other information about your ice rise in Antarctica?
Well, so the reason it's got the name Skytrain is it's named after an airplane that's called the Skytrain.
I'm not writing that down, but okay.
That's really all there is to it. A pretty short article. It's kind of like so if it were made of land, it would be a peninsula, but it's not made of land, it's made of ice.
Okay, so those two are very possible. So I think there's not a lot of information for the ice rise, obviously, but why would there? I mean, it's not like super. I feel like that's as much information as you'll get out of there. And the attraction in Tokyo, that's interesting, but I feel like Tokyo wouldn't do that. Like, it's really, really,
Are
really...
you sure? Because Tokyo...
Right.
Tokyo does everything.
Yeah,
They do a
it's
lot.
a massive tourist spot, and there's no space to do any type of sports or anything.
If
It's
there's
really
a-
metropolitan.
If there's a thing, Tokyo does it.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
They even
And if they don't have room, they put it on top of the other things.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess it's just a 50-50 now, because they're both pretty plausible. I'm gonna go with Ryan. Is it yours?
Yeah, you guys keep picking my articles.
Alright.
So, yeah, SkyTrain Ice Rise, I'll just pull up the article here. It doesn't say much. It's a large, flattish, peninsula-like ice rise of about 50 miles
Wow.
extent, extending from the vicinity of Meyer Hills and the Heritage Range eastward into the Ron Ice Shelf of Antarctica. Or Rhone. It was mapped by United States Geological Survey from surveys and USN air photos, and named by the Advisory Committee on Antarctic Names after the LC-47 Douglas SkyTrain airplane, also called R-4D and Dakota, used extensively in the supply and placement of U.S. field personnel in Antarctica. So yeah, that's it. There's also a see also article for the Corf Ice Rise, which is kind of a funny name. Corf.
Sounds like a Futurama character.
You're thinking of Kif.
While Ryan was talking, Daniel almost slit my throat with a thrown card.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All right. Well, that was an episode of One Brain Ops. Quinceañera.
Quinceañera.
Adios. Au revoir.
It was a three-way tie between Daniel, Olivia, and Ryan.
Oh, man. Well,
Sorry, Carl.
we certainly kicked Carl's ass.
Only by 1 point each. Quinceañera.
Mm.